it's the right thing right now. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? It feels right.
Yeah.
It feels like something I want to do. I love the show. It could be lots of fun, and it's gonna put us in one place for like a little while. And you have to realize with my work and with Mark's work, I mean, he's touring Latin America all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we're always traveling, and this kind of forces us to stay in one
True.
place. And it's good for the, for the coconuts. So.
Right. So no tour for sure until after June. That's when Idol ends.
Yeah.
After Memorial Day.
May. Yeah, it ends in May.
Yeah. Renee 201. I think she tweeted before. She's lucky if she's getting a second question in.
Yeah.
But,
oh my God.
Has American Idol inspired you in any way?
Yeah, it does. There's something about being around other people who do what you do or who want to do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's funny. Like when Mark and I got together, he became better at what he did, and I became better at what I did. And it was just kind of the exchange of like, you know what? I was watching this, or even just watching the person. Like me going on tour with Mark and sitting there every night.
Mm-hmm.
I learned so much. It's like master class. You're just sitting there.
Right.
And Idol kind of has the same vibe. Like you're sitting there and they're with you, listening to you and your advice. But at the same time, I'm watching them and going, I see what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? I do that sometimes, and I give them that advice. And then in turn, I learn something. And it's inspirational for me. But also just their stories and who they are as people and their dreams. You just see yourself.
That Chris Medina moment was wow.
Well, it's funny because, we didn't know, because we're inside the room and they're all and they're about to come in. And even if they film a story with them, it's usually after.
Right.
So they were like, oh, this, they'll kind of prep us like, oh, this guy, ask him about his girlfriend or his family or who came with him today. Something like that. Very general. Because they want everything to be real and spontaneous. So, came in and was like, oh, how's your family? Who's here with you? And he's like, oh, my girlfriend. Oh, she got in an accident. So we didn't know really how bad it was. So we're thinking, she's going to come in on crutches or she's fine or whatever. And then she came in and she was, really recovering from a bad accident.
Yeah.
And we were just all so blown away and just...
Oh, I cried. And I watched it a couple of times,
too. I cried too. And it's funny because he was saying, my girlfriend's such a big Steven Tyler, like Aerosmith was her favorite band. And, and he's saying all this stuff and you're like, oh, this is going to be so cool, it's so great. And then you're like, oh, man.
The impact.
But it's real life.
The impact that you make, though. I mean, you walk out of that room and you're feeling great because you just made them smile.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience all around. I mean, I thought we were gonna have fun, but the combination of the guys with me and everything, and even Ryan, has been so much more than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
It's a real family, and they really embraced me and Steven right away.
I'm a fan. I think the show's great. I think you guys have a great chemistry.
Thank you.
All right, enough of me. I'm sorry. I got to make sure that we're taking care of all the. I feel bad because someone's gonna yell at me. You didn't get my question on.
No.
But I could interview on my own and be happy too. But it's all about the listeners here.
It says I read one here. JLo.new. Hey Jen, did Winter Gordon her songs made it to the final album? And the answer is yes.
Okay, cool.
A few of them did. Yes.
I got a question here. I think it's Diva or Devo. I can't make out if it's an O or an A, but wants to know when are we going to see On the Floor live on TV? Will you be performing that anytime?
Yeah, I definitely will.
Let's look it up.
I don't know when, but I will for sure.
Nadine in Amsterdam. Jennifer, do you realize how many lives have been saved through your music? What does that mean to you? I really love you. You're an inspiration.
Wow, I never think of it that way, but that's an amazing thing to hear.
Yeah.
You just really don't think about that when you're making a song.
Because you're doing your thing.
To enjoy it,
right.
But you do put it out there for them. It's to express yourself, but at the same time, it is for the fans. And for people to feel something. So to hear that is maybe the biggest compliment I could ever get.
Just for the record, Let's Get Loud's my go-to song when I DJ at clubs.
Is it?
Whenever I'm, stinking up the joint, I just throw on Let's Get Loud and we're good to go.
Yeah, people get that one.
Just say hi to Angie if you could.
Hi, Angie.
Edgardo, biggest fan since Selena. You get that a lot, right? A lot of Selena?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that movie.
Yeah. I mean, it had a huge impact on my life, so it's a huge compliment as well.
Lou from France, would you consider doing a regular TV series? I think you'd be great as a desperate housewife.
Really? Well, thanks for that, I think.
Again, you're going to get all kinds of questions here. You don't mind, do you?
No.
All right. What are you doing for the Grammys?
I don't know. Mark is presenting, so I think we're gonna be there.
That'd be a good time to do your tune.
Do I do? No. Maybe
On the floor.
next year.
Come on.
Maybe next year's Grammys. We'll see.
Fire it up.
But Mark is presenting, so we're gonna go and then hit a few parties, just the same old thing.
Here's a great one from J Love. Do you think you would have auditioned for American Idol if it was around when you were beginning?
I probably would have.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I wonder why certain people wouldn't right now.
Right.
When they have that avenue of like trying to make it and like having that fast forward on it.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe.
Again, tweet us at K2.com. Well, you can go to K2.com. You're watching it now on K2.com. But Twitter, hashtag KTU, and it'll show up on my screen here. I think it's Anlifer, Anlifer. See the second from the top tweet?
Anlifer, yeah.
What is your hair color now? I guess it's hard to tell on the screen.
It's kind of what I always have, a little light brown with some blonde highlights.
Right. Who does your hair?
Tracy Cunningham is her name.
Big shout out to Tracy.
Yes. Oh my gosh, she's going to flip out.
Ms. Heartbeat with a Z. Would you ever do a duet with Enrique?
Sure.
All right, next question. Will you get a full edit of Good Hit or just the teaser? What is that?
We just did it as a teaser.
Okay.
It was always, we never even did the whole video for it. We just did that little piece of it where you just felt like you were getting a little tiny bit of something. But I don't know. If it becomes a single, then maybe we'll go and do it.
And again, to answer, you might have answered it a minute ago, but the video question, you don't know yet the date?
We don't know the date, but it's soon. Stay tuned, and I'll tweet it so you guys know it's coming out.
When will On the Floor be available on iTunes? That's from Joey.
Guys, when will it be available on iTunes? There's people here. I'm not talking to the walls.
Anybody?
In a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
That's what they're telling me.
iTunes in a couple of weeks. Stand by. Say hi to Finland if you could.
Hi, Finland.
And Eva just heard On the Floor on a tiny local radio station in Croatia. That must be cool when you're driving.
That's crazy.
I mean, you can hear your tune in New York. That's cool right there. But when you're in Croatia, I mean, that's pretty neat.
Global.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Look at it. Read the top one here. Portor, Ekin, Diva.
What?
Love you, Jennifer. See that?
I missed it. No.
It should be on your right-hand side of the screen.
No, I don't have that one.
Can you shout out your Beyond Beautiful fans?
Yes. Hi, Beyond Beautiful.
When will we see?
How are you guys?
When will we see the Take Care viral video?
I don't know.
Tell everybody what that is.
Take Care is one of the songs that I recorded for the Love album. But at the end of the day, I have so many songs and so many that I love. I don't know that Take Care is gonna make it all the way.
Right.
It's definitely like teetering on the edge of 11 to 14. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, that's a great question. Placement of a track. If it's 13 or 14, does that mean it's a throwaway track?
No.
Okay.
I mean, of ones that I'm considering, not that it would be 11 to 14. Of the top 14.
Oh,
it's kind of like
if you had to rank them
on the edge.
Okay, all right.
Of whether or not it'll make the album. Again, it's like it's kind of like a puzzle. You start putting it all together, and you're like,
right.
I don't know if we need this, and I'd rather have this in there, and you know what I mean. And it's not that they're not good songs; they're great songs, but it's just what you want to say.
Correct. Megan from Rye, New York. What kind of details are involved in starting your own perfume line?
What kind of details?
Yeah.
Well, it depends. You have to find a good partner and somebody who knows what they're really doing, and I do have that with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, you kind of have to figure out, like, again, it's anything creative, like what you want to do and what you want to say with this, and how do you express yourself through this thing, you know what I mean? And how do you capture your own essence? So it's those type of things. And then it's like creating the carton and the juice.
And you're a part of all that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing because I want to keep it about the music, but everyone's asking about everything. and including a lot of movie questions. Can you address the whole movie thing? Will you do another movie?
Sure. Definitely still doing movies. Actually, somebody asked me that the other day who came up to me about Idol. They were like, you're not going to stop doing movies, right? I'm like, no, not at all. Why do I have to stop one for the other? I think that's one of the things about my career that I want people to know is that you can do anything. One thing doesn't stop you from doing the other if you can do it well. You know what I mean? And so that's my focus. Like anything that I do, I just want to do it well. and if I do it well, then I'll get the opportunity to do it again.
Well said.
You know, and so, yeah, I'm gonna do Idol, but then I'm gonna go on tour, and I'm gonna do a movie, and we're gonna keep it all going.
All right, we have 4 minutes left. You go ahead and eyeball what you see, because I don't want to miss anybody. Anything pop out at you?
Oh God, it's going too fast.
Oh, here's a good one. What do you think about Lorenzo Glee using your music?
What do I think about Glee using my
Well,
music?
they haven't, but if they did.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Glee.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be fine.
We have 3 minutes to go.
Will
3
we
minutes to
release
go.
Good Hit? Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be on the album, but I don't know that it's going to be a single.
Has acting ever been hard for you? We have a tweet.
Acting is difficult.
Yeah.
Acting is not an easy thing, especially when you're doing more the dramatic roles. First of all, the schedule is really tough. And so then when you're playing with your emotions in a way and really trying to stay focused on making a great character, depending on what that character is going through, and to a certain extent, it's kind of playing with your mind a little bit and playing with your emotions.
How do you cry in movies? Do you really think they're real tears, right?
You know, the thing that people don't know about crying is that you're not supposed to cry. Okay? It's not a have-to thing. What you're supposed to do is read the scene or do the scene, and then whatever happens naturally happens. So just because they write it's an emotional moment or the person cries, like, you should just cross all that out.
Right.
What you want to do is play it as true as you can, and then if tears come, then you're doing your job right. You know, but if they don't, then you're doing your job right too.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I got you.
That's kind of the idea behind acting, is just to be like really living in the moment, the situation that person's living in, what story you're trying to tell. And
Gotcha.
so it can be difficult. It can take a toll depending on the role.
I bet. With 2 minutes to go, people are again asking about the tour one more time. No answer on the tour yet. And
no, we do have an answer. I am going to tour.
You're going to tour, but
I am going to
no
tour.
date.
We don't have a date yet.
And with 2 minutes to go, anything you want to say to, I mean, literally worldwide fans everywhere?
Yeah, I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you so much. It's great to sit here and see everybody from all over the world.
Yeah.
And feel that is amazing. And I hope you all love the single. And it'll be on iTunes soon. And we're going to go on tour. And I'm going to keep doing movies. And I'm loving Idol and everything that you can ask.
Can you shout out?
I just want you to know everything.
I know. I want to cover it all too.
You want to know.
Can you shout out the troops? A lot of people.
I'm shouting out the troops right now. Hello, troops.
Thank you for all you do.
Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you do.
New album.
Maybe we'll make it over there too.
New album we talked about, but if you're just tuning in, the new album will be called Love ? And again, we're gonna after this airs live, you can watch us over and over again.
Yes.
You know, this will be up at the website at KTU.com.
Awesome.
And we can't thank you enough, Jeff.
Thank you, Covey.
You're a busy woman, and to have 30 minutes with your fans right now means so much.
So good.
All right, Jennifer
I'm really
Lopez.
glad I did.
KTU.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.